Hi guys, I hope you all are having a super duper great day. I am, thank you. It's me, Mathilda, yes. Hi! Anyways, today I am going to answer a bunch of questions how it is being trans and how to transition and all of that. I've received so many questions and I receive them on a daily, so I thought that I would just like collect them all in one specific video. I'm going to try to answer as many as I possibly can in the time span that is available to me today. So yeah, also don't forget to follow me on my Instagram. It's a fun time over there, you know, I post daily, all of that fun stuff, yeah. But without further ado, let's get into this video. Okay, I'm back. Hi. I thought I heard a noise, so in a final girl manner, I decided to investigate. So, you know, I'm still alive. That's fun. Anyways, today's video is in sponsorship with Catch Beauty. I love Catch Beauty, if you haven't gathered already, since I have collaborated with them since last April of last year. And if you don't know what Catch Beauty is all about, their brand that mostly sell IPL machines. And the IPL machine is a little device that helps you remove your unwanted body hair and facial hair permanently at home. What's also especially amazing about Catch Beauty is that they're a brand specifically created for trans people, which is just amazing for all trans people. Obviously, you can still buy their products even if you're not trans. However, their incentive is just to spread awareness about being trans and to help trans people on their journey in becoming who they truly are. The device looks like this, and you just use it by pressing this button right here. Obviously, it has to be connected to the wall, and then you press this big button right here and you just use it wherever you want to, on your body or your face or whatever. But if you're interested in buying their products, and I really recommend them because they're amazing, I have a discount code for you, Mathilda. This is my discount code, Mathilda. But also click the link in my description box or the top comment. And thank you so much to Catch Beauty for sponsoring today's video, and also thank you all for checking them out and just supporting me, because whenever you support a company that I work with, you also support me as well. But now let's get into all of the juicy questions. I have all of the questions on my phone, obviously, because I could not keep them in my head, and also we're just going to pick random questions because I don't really want to be prepared. I just want to be, you know, shocked. Let's get into this. Did you have surgery to have a beautiful voice? Thank you for thinking that I have a beautiful voice. Thank you. No, I have not had surgery to feminize my voice, if that's what you're asking. There are surgeries to feminize your voice, however, I've not had any of those. I went to a vocal coach, that was a long time ago, but I went to a vocal coach for around 6 months to just help feminize my voice and to speak in a higher pitch. I always do this when I speak in a higher pitch. Can you have kids? No, I can't. I have had the bottom surgery, so I cannot have biological children, if that's what you're asking. However, I might consider adoption in the future. However, I'm not entirely sure how my future looks because no one knows. So yeah. Does it feel weird while transitioning? That's a very hard question to answer. Yes, it does feel weird, or it felt weird to me. These are just my personal feelings, and yes, it felt quite weird transitioning, since you're basically, you know, your outer appearance changes. Even if that's what you want, it just it is pretty weird. And also everyone kinda treats you differently. I've done videos on this, how it is living as a man versus living as a woman, and it is quite different. Even people in your life who've always known you kind of start treating you differently, even if it's just like subtle, very subtle things. It's still a difference there. And so yeah, it's weird just changing and going through this process, and it's hard, you know, dealing with everything. It's just like a very surreal experience, if you ask me. But not everyone has the same experience as I did, but I'm just telling you from my own point of view. Anyways, how was post SRS recovery like? If you're not entirely sure what SRS means, it literally means reassignment surgery, gender reassignment surgery, just the bottom surgery, in other words. And how was my post-recovery? I have done videos on this topic, but I could just like let you know right now very quickly. It was hard. It is a long process since it is a very huge operation, and there might be complications, and there weren't really that big of a complications for me. However, there were a few hiccups along the way. So yes, the recovery was very slow and hard, and it was very painful from time to time. Even months after the surgery, I could just get some like hot flashes of pain, if that's a way to describe it. You know, I could just be up and about, living my life, walking down the street, and then I had like a flash of pain in that area. And that went on maybe like 2 to 3 years after the surgery before it went away completely. Recovery was not swift by any means, but honestly, I would do it again in a heartbeat if I ever had the chance. Not the chance to do it again, but you know, if it was redone, I would redo it again. You know what I mean. If I would go back in time, I would do it all over again in a heartbeat, even if I knew that it would be really hard, just because I'm such a happier person now. I'm a much happier person than I was before. And honestly, the surgery essentially saved my life. That's the truth. I don't think that I would sit here today if I didn't have the surgery. So yes, I'm very happy that I went through that. Have you been a victim of transphobic comments or attacks outside social media? Outside. People aren't really as brave as they are online, to be honest. They're kinda, you know, cowards. The same person could be really mean online, but if they would walk past me in the real world, they wouldn't really say anything because they're cowards, all of them. I mean, I receive hate daily online on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, whatever the platform. I receive hate on it, and I receive quite a lot of it. However, I don't really receive a lot of hate in the real world. I have been a victim of transphobic comments, very subtle, and also I have received some not so subtle transphobic comments, but it's not really that common. It's quite more of a rarity rather than common. If you get what I'm saying. A lot online, but in the real world, not so much. How much has your transition surgery cost? Nothing, or like $30 here in Sweden. Everything, the surgeries are for free if you have been diagnosed with gender dysphoria and being transgender. You get all of the surgeries for free. I had to stay in the hospital for 7 days, and that's just like $30-50. So yeah, nothing really. Do you think there is a correlation between being gay and having a female identity? No, I do not. Your sexuality has nothing to do with your gender identity. You can be straight and transgender, you can be bi and transgender, you can be gay and transgender, you can be ace and transgender. Your has nothing to do with your gender identity. What mainly caused your internalized transphobia? If you're not entirely sure what this person talks about, I've done a video where I discussed my internalized transphobia and my history in that subject. When I was younger, I kind of knew that I was trans, but I didn't really want to accept it because it's hard and people bullied me as it was, so I didn't really want to, you know, transition and all of that. So I just kind of pushed those feelings aside and I pretended that everything was fine while it really wasn't, and that made me hate that part of myself. That just kind of made me not so acceptable of other trans people because they did what I wanted to do. It all stemmed from jealousy, I guess. So yeah, but that was like a dark period in my life, and obviously I'm not that person anymore, and I feel very ashamed of it. I was like 15, 16, 17, around there, and I just had those feelings because I was basically trans myself, and I really hated that. So yeah, that's that. This is like a TMI question, so I'm just going to get past it as quickly as I possibly can. How was the first time you had, you know? The first time I ever did it after the surgery, it was quite painful, and not like painful in the sense of like screaming and like, but you know, like it was not really that comfortable. It got better as the time progressed, and now you know, it's all fine and I enjoy it as any other person would. But the first time was not the best, but I think that is like how it goes for many people, not everyone, but not so much me. Yeah, let's move on because that was like, yes. When starting off, how did you manage your facial hair, waxing, shaving, and all of that? I didn't have a lot of facial hair as I transitioned pretty early on. I was like 18, and also I had low testosterone levels in my body, so I didn't really have a lot of facial hair, but I shaved. And also, as I talked about, here in Sweden we get help by the government when it comes to the transitioning and it being free. So I got laser hair removal for free at a clinic, but I also use this. I have been using this, as I talked about, since last April, and this works. I use this on my legs and like my arms. So yeah, that's how I basically did it. I shaved and I went to laser hair removal, and now I use this, an IPL machine. But yeah, I think that was all of the questions I'm going to answer today, and I thought that I would have the time to answer more, but it just didn't, so I apologize for that. But I can answer more questions in another video, and please, if you have any more questions, just ask them down below and I will get to them as quickly as possible in another video, or I will answer them in the comment section below. But thank you so much for watching, and also thank you to Catch Beauty for sponsoring today's video, and don't forget to use my discount code Mathilda, and also click the link in my description box or the top comment. But yeah, thank you honestly so much for supporting me, and thank you for watching again. But yeah, bye!